You're listening to the Her Money, Her Business podcast. This podcast is for women starting or growing their own business and features episodes about money management, reducing financial stress, and how to grow a profitable business that's built to last. We want to see women in business thriving. So if you avoid discussing money, lack confidence managing money, or want to struggle less while making money, then you're in the right place. Let's make finance fun and money matter. I'm your host, Sonja Balzarolo, and this is the Her Money, Her Business podcast. Hello, welcome to episode 6 of the Her Money, Her Business podcast. If this is your first time listening to the podcast or you don't know anything about it or me, then I'll give you a bit of a quick rundown. So I'm Sonja Balzarolo, the owner of Blossoming Business. I'm a bookkeeper and business financials coach for women. I've been my own boss now since about 2015. So when I left a 20 plus year corporate career and I left to have my 2 beautiful daughters, my business and what I do now was really built out of a desire to be in charge of my own career, my flexibility, freedom, independence, and my earning capacity, which I'm sure is probably very similar to you as a woman in business. I'd been managing businesses and $1 million budgets and P&Ls for other people since probably the early 2000s when I first moved into leadership roles. And while I love that, having my daughters really changed my perspective on working for other people. Besides the travel, that was part of my corporate career. So I was traveling around Australia and to New Zealand. I was doing training and managing large businesses and a number of people. That really wasn't compatible with having very young children. But I also had a few false starts when I was returning from maternity leave to my career, because I did intend to return to my career after I'd had my daughters. I had a few false starts and I really had enough of other people being in control of my future, not only from a financial point of view and my earning capacity, but also just how I did my job and what my job was. So that's why I started Blossoming Business. So over the last 6 or so years that I've been running this business, I've seen a real shift in the number of women starting businesses and starting those businesses for freedom and flexibility and to create wealth for their families. And I'm really passionate about supporting this industry and women in business. And the podcast, Her Money, Her Business, is really an extension of that and the work that I love doing and that I do. I've also seen, though, coming along with that, an increase in stress, and particularly around money and finances. As a business financials coach and a bookkeeper, I see women in business struggling with lots of different areas as obviously they relate to money and to building a business as a woman in business and often as mums in business. So this podcast today is really around less stress and how to survive the holidays, because this time of year coming into the Christmas season really does even further increase the stress as it is around money and your financials and running your business. There's an increase in the fear around how to manage it over this Christmas period, how to make sure you've got enough of it and that you've still got money coming in if that's what you need to do while you're trying to manage the holiday period, particularly with kids at home. So, I really wanted to do this podcast episode today because this season just increases the stress levels for women, and we really don't need any more stress in our lives. I think you'd agree. So you've got kids out of school at home, you've got less time to do the things that you need to do in your business, you've probably got more to do. Not that your business necessarily requires more of you. Obviously, for some people, this is a busy time of year, particularly if you're in a product-based business. Or provide services that are related to sort of the holidays, Christmas, kids, etc. But you've probably got more to do because you've simply got more people around you. So whether that is kids at home that you're needing to coordinate, obviously along with kids comes the things like, at least for me in my household, there's a lot more questions to answer, there's a lot more snack requests, and there's generally just a lot more noise going on. an activity. And besides that, obviously the Christmas season brings lots of extra things to do with organising Christmas Day. If that's, going to be at your house, you've got present buying, you've got parties, you've got gatherings, you've got all sorts of things going on. Perhaps people coming in from to visit you on holidays, etc. So there's just a lot more going on than you would normally have. And so stress levels can increase. So how can we reduce the stress at this time of year on ourselves? So obviously planning ahead to make sure that we've got the revenue to cover our period of time off if you're having time off. Perhaps that has already passed. The time is no longer that. The Christmas period's crept up on us, and so we're really here in the middle of it now. We've got schools finishing last week, this week, next week, depending on where you live. So what are some tips on reducing that stress? And that's what I really wanted to talk about and share with you today. So I've come up with my top 10 ways to reduce some stress over the coming weeks. And I really just wanted to, if you like, give you the permission to do some of these things and allow yourself the space to not buy into creating more stress in this time of year. So the first one, number one, is just go easy on yourself. If you haven't had the time to plan and make this time easier, you've still got the ability to go easy on yourself and not give yourself a hard time about what has and hasn't happened. So I just want to make sure that you are allowing yourself the space to not be hard on yourself with wherever you're at right now. Ask for help. Sounds easy to do, but it's not necessarily for some people. I get it. I'm one of those people that finds it difficult to ask for help when it's needed. I'm getting a lot better at it. So definitely ask for help if you need it. If you need help with someone coming to look after the kids, if you've got that option, while you get a couple of hours work done. If you need help with all the stuff that needs to be done for Christmas, ask for help. Whatever's going to help you, ask for help from others. Number 3 is just talk to others. I've been in a lot of conversations lately, and I've been involved in some conversations around the community, and I guess people are considering and thinking about community a lot differently, particularly from coming out of COVID and things. I think we've realised that talking to others who understand what we're going through is really important. And being, whether it's in an online community, whether it's online calls, Zoom calls with a group of women that understand what's happening for you in your life right now, or getting out there and face-to-face when it's available or if it's available to you. But really talking to others and just allowing people to understand where you're at and just being able to talk about it. That might not necessarily be family members either. They don't really get what you're going through in terms of running a business from home or running a business as a woman. So yeah, definitely find people who you can talk to and allow yourself to share with other people where you're at and what's going on. Number 4, find ways to do less. So whether that is finding ways to get some help and just spend 2 or 3 hours a day working on your business, if that's a possibility for you, if that's what you need to do to get through this next little period, and then take the rest of the afternoon off with your kids if you've got kids at home, just find ways to do less. And that leads into number 5, which is reduce your to-do list. It can wait. We're getting to the period that's getting closer and closer to Christmas and the New Year. If you haven't done everything that you wanted to get done for 2021 before you perhaps close down for a day, a week, a few weeks, whatever that may be for you or may look like for you, your to-do list, honestly, I'm sure that there are things on there that can wait. So really have a good look at what you've given yourself to get done and reduce some of it if you can, or remove it, push it into next year, whatever you need to do. Number 6 is schedule what you can. So I'm a big believer in scheduling, particularly if we're talking about social media or anything else that you can have scheduled for your business. Schedule what you can to give yourself a break in this next little while when you're going to have less time. Number 7 is enjoy the time. Make sure you're allowing yourself to enjoy this beautiful time of year, if that is indeed beautiful for you. I know some people, Christmas is not the best time for some people, particularly if you're missing loved ones and things, but please just take some time for yourself to enjoy this time of year. Number 8 is do something for you, whether it's something you do for yourself every day, or whether in the next few weeks you take some time for yourself to do something that you enjoy, or some self-care or some mental health care. whatever that looks like for you, but please do something for yourself. Look after yourself. Number 9, let go of perfectionist tendencies. Whether that relates to wanting to get everything done before you close down for Christmas, whether that's wanting everything to look perfect on Christmas Day, wanting everything to be perfectly done for your family before you close down for Christmas, whatever perfectionist things you can recognize are going on in the next few weeks, please try and let go of some of that and give yourself a break. This is a crazy time of year, or it can be, and perfectionism just adds to stress at this time of year, or at any time of year really. The last one, number 10, is celebrate the year that was. Whether that's a full review of your business, if you've got time to do that, whether that's just taking an hour or so to journal, to ponder, to have a discussion with your partner or a family member or a trusted person in your business, whatever that may look like. But take some time to celebrate the year that was before you move into the new year, because this time of year is a great time to review things, and you don't want to spend time beating yourself up on what you didn't get done, but celebrate what you did get done. Write a list of 5 or 10 things that you actually achieved this year, a list that says, this is what I achieved and I really want to celebrate that, and celebrate it however you like. It might be, a sit down and have a drink. It might be announce it to your family and friends. It might be buy yourself a present. It could look like anything, but just make sure you take some time to celebrate the year that was and recognize the amazing things that you've achieved this year. So that's my top 10. So a quick recap: go easy on yourself, ask for help, talk to others, find ways to do less, reduce your to-do list, schedule what you can, enjoy your time, do something for yourself, let go of perfectionism, and celebrate the year that was. That's my top 10 tips, ideas, if you like, of how to reduce your stress. And I really, really want you to reduce your stress over this time. It's not worth not being able to enjoy this beautiful time and instead stressing over your business and what you can and can't get done. So that's it from me. I will be back next week with another episode. I really just wanted to have this discussion because I can see stress levels rising already online with people, women in business that are really worried about getting stuff done before the end of the year, and people are just burnt out in general. So I really just wanted to have that discussion, to share that with you. I hope that's helped, and I look forward to talking to you on the next episode. Bye for now. Inspired to take action? Head on over to our website, blossomingbusiness.com.au, for this episode's show notes and access to all of our resources. You've been listening to the Her Money, Her Business podcast. If you enjoyed this episode, please head over to iTunes and leave us a review. I'm Sonja Balzarolo, and until next time, keep striving to make finance fun and money matter.